Okay. Sige. So, sugod na ta. Okay. So, mayong buntag sa tanan sa Pilipinas o mayong gabi, mayong hapon sa the rest of the world. So, ika-upat na ni nato. This is our fourth month for the TID Talks, and we'll try to speak in English. Doon na tayo mga bisita ron nga mga English speaking, no? So magdugo ni atong dila ron. I am Dodgy Marquez, batch 75, and co-host together with my batchmate si Oliver Berong Butalid. Now, of course, many of you have been regularly attending TID Talks, and this is actually an acronym for TID is for Trends, Insights, and Developments. But actually, it's just a playful spoof of the very popular international TED Talks. No? Pero dunay Bisayan accent, that's why TID Talks ta. So, murag initiative ni nato aron kuan ng Pinoy community mag-unite, and then hopefully later we'll have a vibrant community of brads and family and friends nga murag mupool tag resources and then interconnect with our talents and skills, no? So doon na ray duha ka rules that we will follow here. First is that while the speaker is speaking, muted tatanan. And then second, if anyone has any questions, you can just type your questions sa chat box. Okay? So for our first speaker of today, he is a graduate of BS Business Economics and is the founder and CEO of Prince Retail Group of Companies. You know, he has been given so many awards and citations from the schools he attended. Kung akong i-recite ni tanan, kuwang na atong time. So, but anyway, he has always been sa Sacred Heart School in Cebu. He was one of the top 10 outstanding alumni. And then sa UP Pod, he was the outstanding alumnus in 2005. So he was also chosen as one of the 10 outstanding Cebuanos. And he's a distinguished member of the JC's International, where he served as the World Vice President, the very first Cebuano to be elected for that prestigious position. He was awarded the most outstanding VP of the world in 1994 and the first Filipino to sit as World General Legal Counsel. So for a while, he also served as the president of the Cebu Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The list of prestigious awards and citations pinned around the crown of this guy and chest goes on. But he just finished his term as the president of the Philippine Retail Association, Cebu chapter. Maybe some of the people around him call him sir or boss or even Prince Robert. But to many of us who have had the privilege of knowing him and growing up together with him, he will always be this ever-smiling, affable, and friendly Brad who is a member of Pinoy Batch 76A. And whom we simply and fondly call Berting. So ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, let us all give a warm welcome and applause to Mr. Robert Go. So Ting, you have the floor now.
Maing buntag sa tanas. Karon daghan kong nakitaan mga wa ko kita sa una pa. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to start my favorite quotes from Eleanor Roosevelt. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Close quotation. Ako, I have always dreamed, and continue to determined to pursue those dreams. In my young age, I was verbally bullied by owners of the biggest retail chain in Cebu, when I was still in college. Well, I told myself, one day I'll just beat you. Last month, Century Pacific, the biggest homegrown conglomerate in FMCG, or fast-moving consumer goods, or grocery in layman's, told us we are their top 4 national customer and biggest in Visayas, Mindanao. Likewise, Monde Nielsen, who just listed in the biggest IPO ever, told us we were their top 6 nationwide and biggest in this meet. Of college, I traveled to each and every small town around Visayas, Mindanao to sell my kitchenware and in many of the dry goods market. No? And on consignment na, I traveled to 4 to 5 towns a day, sleep in pension. I would travel up to Tandag, Bislik, Tagum, Oroqueta, Dapitan, Sindangan, and I also go around the whole of Negros, no? Then Leyte. So I can collect my utang, their utang, mag-PT&T ko, telegrama, and just 3 words. Mahal man mag-telegrama sa una. Prince is coming para mag-andam silang bayad. Inig-abot na ako, moingon na sila, ana-ana si Prince. Well, fast forward 30 years after, they would see the tarpaulin in empty lots in their town. Prince is coming to town. Muna akong sign nga, moabli na ko diha. And next slide. Well, the birth of Prince, no? In 1989, Judy gave birth in the US to my 3rd son. No? There I do shopping at Costco. And after visits, I thought to myself, say yung ramaning kupyahon, merchandise on the racks, baratong presyo. And then coming home, I converted my old warehouse to lumber pa ganito. And in the North Reclamation area into a warehouse store. Usa ka cash register, usa ka cashier, 2 boys, ako o si Judy, my wife. First week, lipay na ko, makabot ko 1,000. After a month, wala ko malipay, I go to Secretariat Church, 9 o'clock mass, magsige po butang o flyer dito sa mga auto. Bodega sale, selling wholesale on retail price. Naghinay-hinay po abot mga tao-tao. So in April 1990, we founded the first Prince Warehouse Club. My struggle as a startup, I started with kitchenware, then plasticware, furniture, put some duster, kurungtong, t-shirt, mga pangbalay. Ang last ko, grocery. Ang competitor was threatened the principals that if you sell to Prince, we will boycott you. How? Ihunungan yun nila. My stocks went dry and nothing to sell. I have to buy from Claritel Street wholesaler so that I will have stocks pero wa na ko ikuan. Wa na margin. I have to create a new company na YL in Binondo, then para akong baligya diri sa Cebu, burag akong ipada diri sa Cebu. No? 3 years I was struggling. 1993, I opened my second store in Mandaue after I mastered the trade. Pero successful na ko. The gate collapsed when the people of Mandaue came to buy. Pero huyang po ito akong gate. Tayaon man to. NFA, bodega raman to. Years later, whenever I open, ako po ang first sa Mandaue ato. And years later, kung open ganit ko, ako'y una. Minglanilla, Danao, Argao, Dalagit. Una gid ko pag-open. So, by 2010, I jumped offshore to Leyte in Baybay. Milestone to na ako kay tulo ka tuig hadlok yung mo abli. The paranoia, no, was conquered. Then came Maasin, Nabal, Isabel, Apuyo, Negros, Panay, Mindanao. Luzon, then so on. Uh, we truly live by the mission serving the underserved. This is not a slogan, but in our DNA. It was in our ikigai, to the reason we jump off to bed every morning. Open in Bye-Bye, we were truly treated like king. They came 4 o'clock in the morning, and they call us Prince Mall. We built Tiangge, and they love us. Opening in Kabadbaran, customers leave their slippers outside our door. Murag nagbisita kag kuan ba, balay. And Kongke, the Aita of Mindanao, and Lumad came down bringing buyots. Sabi ni mo ay kwarta. Opening in Nabal, they finished trucks of kutsun. They finished everything. Sindangan, people even bring babies lying down in the floor. No? Maluoy ka magtanaw, no? Kung naa pa to si Brad Juan Barrios, my thesis partner, malipay to kay murag playground to niya. They just love us, and we just love them, to serve those poorer folks in the provinces, farmers, fishermen, sidewalk vendors. We always award 30 public school valedictorian in where we operate, 1,800 medals yearly. And when I was personally giving to one valedictorian, he cried. No? And yung kung anong hilak magkadudong, yung siya, sige ko first honor niya karon, nakuan ako, kaning tinuod na gyud ni nga kuan na medal. In Tandag, we were feeding public school children in the mountain barangay. Then we were asked to go to mountain barangay. When they reached there, murag rebel camp na itong iyang i-feed. He got scared. No? But yearly, we also conduct medical and dental mission. Everyone in the Go family just share that to serve the underserved. No? And case in point, padtuon mi sa kanang syudad, di gyud mi. And ang amo lang is if we substantially improve the economy, we uplift the lives of the town and help employment, and we are giving inclusive growth. Then kung okay na siya and make some money, okay na na. Ang adventurous prince, being in the pioneer in a small town, is not glamorous as it sounds. The market risk is high when trailblazing in the lower income. It is untested, and other retailers does not want to risk profitability on untested market. The operational cost is high because inadequate and underdeveloped logistic. No, distributors do not like to deliver to faraway places because of fuel and turnaround time of their trucks. Roads may be bad, so we have to build our own distribution center. Security risk is high. Getting qualified employees is a problem. Next. Next slide, please. We don't compete with sari-sari stores and vendors in town, not even the wet market or vegetable vendors. We organize them to be our members as Royalty Club. We give them monthly seminars, financial literacy, inventory management. We have PPP, papuno, puhunan, microfinance. We also offer PO cards to entrepreneurs for LGU workers. To assimilate to the town folks, we offer vegetable and meat market and meat inside our store by inviting those in the market. Entrepreneur from barangay come to us, no, to replenish their goods. We prioritize customer service as the main driver for retention and making sure we have best. We deliver goods to sari-sari stores even in the mountain barangay. Our service desks include loads, withdrawals of 4P, kwarta agad, social amelioration, Easy Pay, GCash, Paymaya. And our store is usually the tambayan ng bayan. Kaya na may free Wi-Fi. We always have pharmacy, cell shop, snacks, bread shop, and so on. We call customer by first name basis. Next, please. The way we treat our employee is how our customer will be treated. Our employees see how we are personally engaged in the business because we walk the talk. We go out of the way to help an employee in distress, to give our employees opportunity to learn and grow. During Typhoon Yolanda, our employees were the first to receive food pack. No? And by helping the communities, we found out that what they need is a store to serve them. So later on, the hardest hit sa Yolanda, Giwan, we also opened a store in Abuyog and in Isabel. Because we were helping communities, the U.S. Catholic Relief Services, UK Christian Aid, the Caritas, the German Samaritan, the Italian, and the Dutch Relief came to buy from us. 4 pillars. First phase, food. Second phase, hygiene. Third phase, shelter. Fourth phase, livelihood. Kung maghatag kag hinabang, mabawi ra na nimo. We were given hundreds of millions of purchases by these relief goods. Every store we organize fire team to protect our store, but to date we saved 3 communities. Ang atong Brad Junet Climaco can attest to that. Kay we saved land bank in Kabadbaran. We train and empower our employees from the ranks, no, and to instill our culture. We have managers who started fresh from college, and we have area manager who came from being a merchandiser. Next, please. Our building is not merely no aircon with big giant fan. It has technology in it, awarded by International Finance Corporation or IFC, certified green building. They even finance some of my building. We save huge amount of electric bills, yet feel comfortable and not sweaty. Our wind tower always face Habagat and Amihan. Natural wind blow air down, and our big aspan pulls it further down. The upper part of each wall are also louvers to suck in the air. Next, please. We aim to disrupt the supply chain to the rural areas so that low-income consumers can buy goods at lower cost. With a mission to serve the underserved and the vision, one town, one prince, we aim to uplift the lives of ordinary people in the far-flung periphery of the country. Our farthest store in Aurora, Quezon Province is 12 hours from Manila at the tip of Bundok Peninsula. We build our own DC and buy our own trucks so that we can deliver on our own. The empowering brings. How can we motivate our children to take interest in the business that we spend our entire life developing? How can we future-proof our family corporation? Do family governance mechanism matter when personalities can be so diverse? When my firstborn daughter graduated from Ateneo, she told me she can give me 3 years in the family business as her payment for her tuition fee. I thought if all my children will give me only 3 years and leave me, there is no future for this business. For the next 10 years, I plan on inception process, how to instill and motivate the rest of the 5 children to work hard and grow the family business. We drafted a family constitution incorporating the thought of children and let them own the future by actualizing what they want for themselves for the next 10 years. And we review them every 5 years. We dedicated a year of brainstorming and a week in a resort hotel finalizing and signing during our holiday in Canada with a blood compact. I empower all my children to do what they want to improve the business, letting them make mistakes and learn from it. They are native to technology, so I let them play with technology, investing hundreds of millions of business intelligence, artificial intelligence, automatic reordering program, fintech, and full automation. Thinking that Walmart USA has become the best retail, has also the best retail technology and most extensive distribution center, which make them #1 in the world. They retired all my contemporary and retain only a handful who can grow with us and cope with technology. I have 1 vote in the family board, and major decisions are honored by majority and not seniority. I let them make decisions and only suggest if I think they are too drastic. We just go back to the Constitution, our vision, our mission as a guide. My children also have free hand to hire consultants, building contractor for my son, finance for my daughter, and logistic for one of the daughter, and the HR consultant for another daughter. We agreed to hire the best in each position, even if they have to relocate to Cebu. In turn, all our regional managers, area managers are empowered just like my children. Decisions are bottom up rather than from us. Next slide, please. Our business venture must be a reflection of our core values. Prince core values, we use acronym PRG, culture. PRG for Prince Retail Group, culture. P, partnership. R for resilience to change. G for goal-driven. C, customer-centric, and so on. We cannot pressure them. We cannot presume that we are the smartest person in the room just because other people chose to be quiet. In fact, I always believe there are smarter and better person out there. And so the best is to just hire them. My children have the same thinking. To improve, we get the best. Every day, it's a learning session. This is a non-stop process. We study the best retailers in the land to always improve Prince. Serving the bottom of the pyramid takes extra effort. It requires endurance and lots of patience, but it can also be the most fulfilling. Most retailers are citing for the best and the biggest profit. At Prince, our barometer is a bit skewed. We are more inspired by people we help. ₱1 million might not make any difference, but impacting 1 million more people, marginalized people, are what make us a millionaire. And most of all, the key takeaway is to be able to do a succession plan and be able to turn over to the second generation smoothly and with gusto. One of the key elements in my 3 years planning was the creation of the family constitution, created not by me but by my children. As mentioned before, it has to be owned and drafted by the second gen with us only as in the background. Berong asked me to show a glimpse of that constitution. I can stop here, or I can continue a bit, no? 2 minutes. Berong?
Okay lang, Bert. Sige, go ahead,
Okay,
Bert.
Bert.
Yeah.
Time.
I'll just make a very short, no? We start with a preamble. We, Robert and Judy, as our parents, and Rhea, Janice, Jed, John, Rina, as our children, uphold love, integrity, responsibility, and loyalty as our core values. Our close family ties are one thing we deeply treasure. We remain conservative in our ideals, yet modern in outlook in life. We are achievers in our own field. We value excellence and hard work in everything what we do. We strive to be people-oriented and centered in God. We crafted this constitution to professionalize the family business, to set direction and rules, to further strengthen the family bonds through common goals, and together expand the family patrimony. Article 1 would be business and investment direction, business vision and trust. Be one of the fastest growing business group, young, aggressive, competent, compassionate, known for integrity, dedication to fully serve and care for every single customer. Recognize tremendous achievement of our parents to build 2 billion business. That was 10 years ago. It has surpassed more than 10 times now. Create a holding services to go retailing, go distribution, go leasing, lending, Visayas and Mindanao, and include Luzon. To build 50 stores in 10 years, but we did it in 8 years actually. Article 2 would be about members' participation, evaluation, succession, and formation. This includes future in-laws, relatives, and participation. Succession plan and separation. Article 3, ownership, allocation, compensation package, and family fund. Article 4, decision-making, conflict resolution. Article 5, corporate culture and family values. Article 6, amendments. And we review that every 5 years. Mind you, this is an extensive plan, ambitious and specific. To date, it serves as our Bible. I'd like to end with my favorite quote. Destiny is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. Thank you mga brads for the greater glory of the Filipinos. Daghan salamat.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Brad.
Thank you, Brad.
Okay.
Alright. So, before we continue with the question and answer portion, I'd just like to announce nga doon na tayo mga token nga ihatag sa mga speakers na to. And this was generously sponsored by our kabatch, Dr. Rene Catan, and executed by another kabatch, si Evelio Bobby Castillo. So, daghang salamat sa ila for this token. Okay, kabatch? Wrong.
Yeah, thank you, Robert, for sharing that family governance. Kasi when we had the pre-TID meeting with Robert, that's what struck me, no? Because of course we know many families in family business. They have intractable issues as the generation progresses. So sabi ko, ingon ko, Bert, may share siguro na imong family governance code, because it's something that is best practice. So thank you very much for that, Robert. No. Okay, so wala may questions sa chat.
By the way, we can unmute the Brads now.
Unmute
na.
The controls of Zoom is now with my daughter in Singapore. AB, paki-unmute everyone.
So.
So the reason why it's with AB because she'll show some videos right after this. But her topic is technology, virtual events, so mas kusog pa ng bandwidth dito. So that's why she has the controls. Okay, sige kabatch, wala man si Bimbo.
Yeah, sige. So,
ikaw ang moderator.
Okay, sige. So, moderatso na ta, ha?
Next question si Bernard.
Bernard, you have the floor, Bern.
What are typical sizes of your stores? How many SKUs do you usually carry? Oh, technical from a retailer himself. Bernard is the head of SM8 Hardware. President. Sige, Bert.
It ranges from 80,000 to 120,000 SKU. No? And my typical size would be 3,000. My biggest would be 5,500. My smallest would be about 1,000.
May follow-up question, Anna Bert? Bernard, I mean, sorry.
No, that seems to be very efficient. And for the markets that Berting is targeting, no, the underserved, more rural, he has to keep his costs down, and it seems to be just about right. It's very impressive, Berting. Very impressive what you've done with 3 years. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
O si Tapet Simon
Okay.
nasa first one.
Tapet. Okay.
Berting, thank you for that very educational sharing of your family experience. I have two major questions. The first one is, how do you address competition, especially, let's say, from mini groceries or mini outlets like Alphamart?
Well, first ang amua is customer service magiting amua. So, and we are also the people we serve are very price conscious. So, grabe kayo among price competition ana, no? And we make sure na our customer service is the best. So that we have to memorize all the customers' name who frequently come and contact first name basis. No? Palipay man ang tawag kung matagahan of kayo og servisyo. That's why we also deliver to them if the amount is substantial. No? Pero ang Alphamart po pa na mga pot diri sa Visayas, Mindanao. I know Alphamart, no? Because I went to Indonesia to study them also. And they have been going nag-sprouting around na sa Cavite, no? SM po na siya. So they enjoy the huge discount of SM, no?
Yeah, SM.
SM has the biggest discount from suppliers, and mao nang iyang advantage. So a small size but huge discount from their suppliers. So grabe kayo yung penetration diya sa Cavite, no? And I know my friends in supermarket also closed down because of them. And we are also making concept, no? The size of Alphamart here in Mactan and in Cebu. It's our testing ground also. To date, I think we have about 6 or 7, no? And so mag-ready lang po me. These are for the Alphamart is for more of the urban, no?
Yeah.
I don't know if we can go to the provinces also.
I'm familiar with Alphamart because it is one of our tenant in our building, and we have been dealing with SM Alphamart. So actually, we have an Alphamart outlet under our building, and their target, it's an Indonesian. I don't know if Bernard is familiar with this. Indonesian SM tie-up. So they plan to have Alphamart outlets, about 400 or 500 outlets nationwide. So
they are already.
No, they
have they reached the target?
Almost 1,000 na sila.
1,000 na.
Pero anyway, if
that
I may
figure is
just
about 3 years old.
if I may just add, no, for Berting, ang price point nila Alphamart is taas between Sari-Sari and 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
So mahal siya.
Yes.
So in a way, the way you describe what you're doing, in effect they will compete with your Sari-Sari. In effect, they will compete with your Sari-Sari. So
Yes,
think of it.
Yeah, and I think their one is their primary strategy is location. So they will locate, let's say, just outside of your subdivision or a more congested area.
Yeah, more urban.
Location
more urban.
and convenience is that competitive edge. Okay.
May question
Second question. Second question.
yeah, sige.
Okay. I'm interested also in the family constitution. I don't know if Berting is willing to share for us to copy, even if you can delete the names or the personal items there. Is that something you can share with us? You can post a copy in our Viber group, because many of
I have
us
to
have created
ask
our
the
own
board.
family corporation, and you compare that to an ordinary articles of incorporation and bylaws. Even if you are the chairman of the board, there is a bigger voice than you, and that is your wife. So you are the chairman, but there is a speaker. So decision making normally is not as you mentioned, based on position, but based on relationship. So I think that's quite unique to have a family corporation on top of your legal corporation, yung family constitution, to really address your management and administration operation of your family business, including the future generation of the family. I don't know if you are willing to share.
Robert
It's something
even
that we can copy, and I think
Robert mentioned Tapet.
that is the purpose of this TID talk.
Robert mentioned nga Tapet, sa ilang family corporation, bawal ang mga in-laws makialam sa business.
Yeah.
Pwede.
I know about, especially your mother-in-law.
Bert,
Okay.
anyway, just consult them, Bert, and then ato lang i-redact, ato lang i-block off ang mga sensitive parts. If you will,
Block off the sensitive part, and maybe it's something for us to copy.
Okay.
Basta ang ang outline lang. Ano yung mga
Sige.
quick questions ba to from Dr. Axel na by Prince Sogod? Si akong Baxon brother sa Palimbang, na may Palimbang Sultan Kudarat na na Prince.
Sultan Kudarat will be future siguro diha dapit sa Cotabato, Davao areas. And so good, we were offered, so good late magkana. Nagsige offer ang governor ng
fresh dito.
Sugod Cebu bay.
So good is not mine. The so good one is in
Sige. So wala pa sa Sugod. No questions si Kading Bert. How do you maintain logistics in keeping your store supplied, especially since they're far apart?
Yeah, dako kaya ng kuan. It's a big investment in distribution center in every island, Leyte, Iloilo, Orpanay, Negros, Mindanao, Cebu na may kuan mga distribution center. Budiga mga dako ka. Then we have our trucks, and I hired kuan yun na siya. Kanang professional logistic person and professional distribution center person. And it's really and we have it automated, and in fact we're going into a new system na among study nga automatic na ba. So what we have to invest.
Last two questions, Tabats. Are your stores all wholly owned, or are some in partnership with local enterprises?
No partnership, but we build all our stores, but we don't necessarily own the lot. Some are bought, some are rented. Long-term lease.
Last question, Nikki Torres. How are you adjusting with COVID? Effects of COVID.
Work from home.
Okay.
Fully automated man ta, so I can work from home.
Yes.
Okay.
Tama.
Sige.
Okay.
So,
Then
Thank you again.
to avoid COVID, we have 800 people in our head office, no? So half work from home. Yeah, puli-puli.
Okay.
Very much.
Again, let's show our appreciation to Berting with using the reaction icons.
Yep.
Thumbs up.
thumbs up.
Okay.
Thank you, Berting.
Thank you, Berting. Thank you.
So,
Gan salamat.
daghang salamat, Bert. Siguro kung naapat